Lydia.
Hi Dee, how are you doing today?
I'm doing okay.
Thanks so much for doing this today.
Oh, you're
You've got a
welcome.
really great office here.
Oh,
Do you
thank
mind if I ask you 16 questions today?
Not at all. Come on in.
Amazing.
I'm gonna take my mask off. We're more than 6 feet away, so is that okay with
That
you?
is perfect. I'll sit right back here.
Okay, and I will also pause my jazz. That's sort of what I work to.
Oh, perfect.
So-
Thank you. So tell me, Dee, what is your role here at Marillac St. Vincent?
Sure. I am the. Why isn't this pausing? I'm the Chief Development Officer here at Marillac St. Vincent. And essentially what that means is I'm a primary fundraiser for the organization. And I also have a team of about 10 people, and we work together on, things like marketing for the organization, grants, foundations, funding, government resources, special events. We do a whole bunch of stuff, but all in the name of raising funds for Marillac St. Vincent.
That's absolutely amazing.
Thank
So
you.
where are you from originally?
I'm a native of Chicago, been here all my life, I tend to say, but born and raised on the west side of Chicago. They say the west side is the best side. I don't live there now, but I tend to go back every now and again just to stay connected to my humble roots.
Oh, that's wonderful. And we've got that center over there in East Garfield Park.
Yeah,
so-
we do. Marillac Social Center. So I really love going there because it puts me that much closer to home.
Wow. So what drew you initially to MSV?
Well, I was in search of a development officer position that was in executive leadership, and there was an opportunity here. But I've got to say, I was sold on, at that time, the marketing video was called Take My Hand. And man, oh man, if that video didn't win me over just with the telling of the organization's mission and allowing the clients to be able to speak to how Marillac St. Vincent had provided them with services and support. And essentially that sort of told me, this might be a good place to plant your talents. And so I did, and here I am.
That's such a great story, especially because now you oversee the marketing team.
Uh-huh.
So can I ask you, what are you doing right now?
We're looking at our fundraising position given the pandemic, and so we're sort of assessing that things may look a little bit different relative to the our fundraising goals and being able to meet them. We're still confident that we will. But it remains to be seen. So right now I'm just looking at a 3 to 5 year scenario on what an extended plan of fundraising would look like for us.
Wow, you are one busy
Can
person.
you hold on for 1 second, please?
Sure.
Thank you. This is Dee. Hi. Oh, sure. It will be this Saturday from 10 a.m. to noon. So short, but sweet for the Lincoln Park community. Yes, we will be socially distanced. We'll also provide hand sanitizer for our guests. All right, thank you. Bye-bye. Halloween weekend coming up, and we're doing a pumpkin patch event, so.
Oh, how fun. I'm sure the
Yes.
community's going to love
Yeah.
that. Wow. Okay, so I'm going to sort of take a turn here and ask you, we've been talking a lot about our core values here at Marillac St. Vincent recently.
Yep.
And I want to know, what core value do you most align with?
Well, I will tell you in 1 second. I really need to pick up something confidential from the printer, so will you come with me, please?
Yeah, of
Okay,
course.
thank
Let's
you.
go.
All right.
I'll follow you.
Okay, thank you. Oh, I gotta put my mask on.
Oh, good call. Good
I
call.
always have to remember to mask. All right, are we ready?
Yep, absolutely. This is a great office you
Oh,
have here.
Thank you. This is our Lincoln Park campus, and this is what we call our administrative floor.
Ah,
So, yeah. We also
Okay.
have some classrooms on this floor as well.
wow, busy.
Here it is.
Awesome. All right, we going back to your office?
Yeah, if you don't mind.
Of course.
I'd love to give you a tour, but we'd probably be in the way right now.
Okay, that
Am I
makes
walking
sense.
too fast for you?
No, this is great.
Okay. Oh, look at this. This is something that I noticed when I first came to Marillac. We created sort of a quilt of sorts. Our staff, they all filled out these little 3x5 cards, and then we put them all together.
I'm gonna get a closer look
Thank
here.
you. We put them all together and created somewhat of a paper quilt. So
Wow.
thought that's cool, and we hung it up.
What a great addition to the office. Wow,
Yeah.
thanks for pointing that out.
Yeah, thank you. Come on in.
Wonderful.
So we'll go back in and take my mask back off.
Sure,
And
I'll
then
stay.
also, can we close the door? My voice tends to carry, and I just want to make sure that. Hello, thank you.
Absolutely. Let me get that closed for you.
Thank you.
And back around here.
I think so. Your last question to me was, what core value resonates with me most?
Yes.
Was that the question? Empowerment is the core value that all of them resonate, but that one
Sure.
resonates most.
And why is that?
Well, I believe that people need an opportunity and access to be able to have an environment where they can present who they are as a person in the workplace, be able to speak up or speak out in meetings, and more importantly, be able to leave or lead their own footprint in wherever they are, be it in their personal lives or in their workplace.
That's really beautiful. Can you tell me about a time you have felt empowered by someone else?
And empowerment is such a strong word. I would say someone who was a very strong ally for me. I remember very early on in my career, I was working as an administrative support, and my supervisor's name, I don't know if he'll see this, but was Tony Camarillo. And he just sort of let me humbly and quietly, do my thing as his administrative support. But what he was really doing all the while was realizing my talent, because we talked. And he allowed me to attend meetings, and I really picked up the language of our company at that time. And what grew from that really was opportunity and access. It was him speaking my name in rooms where I wasn't present, and really acknowledging the skill set that I brought to the company, so much so that he helped pave the way for me to gain access to an opportunity. And I think that was what set me on a really solid course for leadership. And that's really how and why I govern myself the way I do as a leader. It really is about providing an opportunity and or an access for a person to be able to share their talents, because I really believe that what we have is already in us. You just need an opportunity to present, what that is, right? Or someone to give you access, and not only give you access, but then step back and allow you to allow those talents or those skills to flourish. So he's among many. He is one that I'll never forget.
Oh, that's a great story. And now you are in a position of leadership. So could you tell me about a time you've empowered someone else?
Again, just being an ally for someone. There was an individual who that's what happens here. You may have an interruption by a code or a page on our phone system, but for me, it was an individual whose talent I recognized very, very, very early on, highly skilled, but in a position where the individual really needed to expand. And I saw that. And so what I did was ask the individual if they would be interested in another opportunity with greater leadership opportunities. But what that meant, however, was I would lose that individual on my team. And that's really what I'm about, is even if it means you know, would leave our team dynamic where we really, really need you, but it allows you to grow and excel in your own talents. That's really what it's about. That's what empowerment really is about, is providing that opportunity and that access. And I would say, you know, that individual is thriving in that role right now. And I'm really grateful that I was able to extend an opportunity like that to them.
Wow, what a selfless act. I mean, how did it feel to do that?
You know, I wouldn't say it's so selfless. It's necessary. Everybody needs someone who believes in their skill sets and what they can do. And so I'm humble again for the opportunity to be able to do that, but I wouldn't say you know, pound my chest or take any credit for empowering anyone. We all need someone. Here we go again. We all need someone who will allow us to speak our voice or share our talents in the workplace. So, you know, I feel good, but I really take no credit for that, because that individual did the work. You know, they brought their skill set, they brought their talent. I just recognized it, and in a supportive way, presented an option for them to, you know, grow their talent even more.
Wow, that's wonderful. So then, how do you think MSV empowers, you know, community members?
In a number of ways, but one I think that's really important that we do is we meet our clients right where they are. And in doing so, wherever that is, you know, we don't tell them what they should do. We allow them to tell us what they feel they need. And then we respond from there. And so, you know, in the case that they don't really recognize what support they need or where they want to go, if it be, you know, conversations about their career and such, then offering guidance, but not in a directive manner, but making sure that we're sort of shoulder to shoulder in that conversation with them, so that it's not like we're telling, but it's giving them the empowerment to say, no, this is what I think I need, and will you help me from here?
Wow, that's amazing. So, you know, MSV offers so many programs and so many services. Do you think there's one that really especially sort of exemplifies empowerment or really empowers the people it serves?
Oh boy. Well, if you start naming programs, you might get in trouble, but I'm gonna go with, so I'll say we have a family support services program here that puts us in close proximity to all of the families of the children here at Marillac St. Vincent. And so we are able to understand that family dynamic and if there be any needs there. And second to that is our community outreach program, where again, it's an opportunity for us to meet with individuals who might not be parents here, but function as clients in a different way. Maybe they're getting mental health services, need support for doctor's visits, access to food resources and things like that. So those two lend themselves to an opportunity to talk about more ways that we can see individuals where they are and then seek out opportunities or ways to give them access. And then third to that, if I may, is somewhat of an unsung department here at Marillac St. Vincent. It's called Mission and Integration. So it's an internal department, but the primary focus is to ensure that staff here are clear on the mission of the organization, and if they have questions, the director, Francine, can talk to them about, how they're feeling as a staff member here at the agency and what kind of supports that they might need, or she's just a good person to talk to, because mental health and wellness is so important, especially in the social services work. You need that from an internal capacity, and I think mission and integration offers that in a way that some agencies might not have.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've never really heard of another organization doing that.
Yeah.
So really going above and beyond for the staff here.
I'd say so too.
Okay, I have one last question for you. So what is something we can all do today or this week, to empower another person?
Be an active listener. Because sometimes we listen with the intent to have our own say. We listen to respond. So we already are forming our response to whatever we're talking about with that individual. And it's just, just listen, and listen with intent, and stop there. I think that's one of the most important things, because people want to know that they're being heard, and not just that they're being heard, but also being understood. And then as leaders, I think it's really, really important to do, I'll go back to Tony Camarillo, to sort of do what he did. As we identify individuals that have strong talents, as we're able to offer opportunities, speak their names in those rooms where they might not be present. It might not change things immediately, but at least you're putting their names in the heads and hearts of individuals that could be decision makers along the way.
Wow.
Yeah.
This has been really, really wonderful. But
I hope it's what you needed. Does this capture what you wanted this conversation to be like?
Oh, absolutely. Thank you so much.
Okay.
I'm gonna let you go now.
Okay.
But so on my way out though, do you want your door open or closed?
Yes, my door is typically always open. But for the sake of this conversation, I just closed it. So yes, you can leave it open on your way out, and I'll return to my jazz and my work.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Dee.
All right, Olivia, thanks for coming by today.
Of course.
All right.